I'd hate to be the one to say I told you so, but actually I love saying it. I told you so. I'm Mediocrity4, and this is my review for RWBY Volume 5, Episode 14. If you haven't seen the episode yet, you may want to before watching this review. Finale episodes are really hard to discuss in the context of a 2 to 5 minute video. You have the episode in itself, what it means for the end of that arc or volume, and if it's the final episode ever, what it means for the series. A finale is one last chance to address problems within that arc. It's one last chance to make everything click like the last page of a Sherlock Holmes story, and one last chance to make the previous weeks worth it. It is way more important to have a solid end than a solid start. So I will do my best to discuss this as an individual episode and save the discussion for what this episode did for the volume for a later video. This was just a fitting send-off to the absolute worst volume in the series. Everyone was in denial about how bad last episode was and how it actively destroyed any potential enjoyment of the series going forward. I was pretty hip to the fact that things were getting way too tidy with Adam and Cinder, and I've been saying that since episode 5.
And you mean to tell me that Adam can kill Sienna Khan right around the same time that Gira speaks out against him, and then Gira can turn up dead, and it's not going to cause the White Fang to implode?
All of the action happened off screen. I find it really hypocritical that Salem killed Lionheart for his cowardice when everyone ran. And Lionheart was the only one who actually fought back against Salem. And so much for Adam ever being a threat. And before you go, well, Media, he's still out there. He got wrecked. He ran, which was actually really good poetic justice and would have been satisfying if he had put up any kind of a fight beforehand. But more than that, he no longer has his inexplicable army of disposable henchmen. He has been reduced to just being a guy with a sword from Blake's past. Sienna Khan died for nothing. And I still highly doubt Cinder is dead. But if she is, then she died before she even has a single line of dialogue with RWBY, which was the entire reason why she decided to have this showdown to begin with. Reeling it in, this episode just wasn't satisfying. There's no cooldown. It's just people running away and then cut to credits. Even the RWBY reunion only lasts a minute. How do you screw something like that up? How do you go 2 full seasons where the villains are actively chasing the main characters because of her eyes and never have someone bring up her eyes? How do you screw up so many things that were basically gift wrapped to the writers and they do nothing? They couldn't even be bothered to show Ozpin give Oscar the message. It is literally just tacked on so that theorists can speculate what they're going to do in Atlas. But it is inoffensive. On its own, it didn't actively destroy my enjoyment of the series as a whole. But I have to say it, RWBY is broken. Maybe it'll get better with Volume 6, but I'm not getting hyped. I'm bracing. I'm dreading Volume 6. When I come back to these episodic reviews next year, I will not be as kind as I was at the start of this volume. I'm coming at it with a blowtorch and not a poking stick. I'm Mediocrity4. Thanks for watching. How do you go...